Hello, my name is GregTech and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. I'm just cleaning out a little bit of my A system, just double checking to see what we got going on here. MV energy hatches, never ever going to use those again. So I figured why not go ahead and get these disassembled, and I think I've done most of my machines. I still have some in here. At this point, we're probably not going to be crafting up much HV machines anymore. We're replacing most of them with the multi-blocks. As we can see, we have, what, 6 now? And plus, it gets harder and harder to transform it down as we like we're up at IV now, so we're starting to run into the lots and lots of transformers to transform it all the way down. Also, I haven't looked at my mass fabricator in a minute. 740. It's chugging along, but it definitely needs to be sped up with the amplifier. But I haven't set that tree farm back up, which there is a multi-block for. Maybe we'll check that out. But I am working towards a rocket, and yeah. So should I throw that in there? The arc furnace? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. No, I'm just kidding. I may end up throwing stuff in the arc furnace just out of habit, but definitely not. Definitely not intentional. So, just gonna disassemble all this stuff. I mean, if we ever need a HV circuit assembler, I mean, I'll just craft it up again, I guess. But we shouldn't at this point in the pack. Alright, so I am just continuing doing recipes, automating stuff. I've gone ahead and thrown another input bus on there. I finally got my input buses and output buses fully automated. I was doing those manually because they required kind of annoying. It needed to be in a 1 or a 2, and I didn't always have the multi-polyethylene in the right assembler. Like, this was a 4 that has my thing in, but I don't want to change the 4 because it'll mess up all my frames. So I finally got those done. This is my 1 over here. I did hook it up to the polyethylene, which hopefully that won't be too annoying. The problem is I do use stuff like the cables and the processors require redstone in there. So now that I'm like, I just smelted down an assembler. No, I don't think I did an assembler. I was like, maybe I should just craft up a couple more assemblers like I kind of did over here with the different circuit numbers in there, but I would put molten redstone in it. Maybe I could think about doing that, actually, because that would finally do the smart cables, which are really, at this point, I mean, this stuff, it just drops it all in this chest, and I just melt it down manually. I haven't really gotten the fluids melted, like the redstone and all that stuff. I haven't fully automated those yet. I could, to be honest, instead of doing it like this, I could add, I'm not going to right now, I don't think, because I just set it up to do it this way, but I could just say, put, you know, these two in a chest, and then put the redstone, like have a fluid extractor right next to it, put the redstone in there, and then put the items in there, and then we'll do the fluids on demand. Like, this would require, I think it requires 4 polyethylene, so I would just tell it to do like 4 polyethylene sheets or something, melt those down. But I don't know. I much prefer just kind of separating them all out with different fluids. That way they don't get kind of mixed up, and it spreads out all the auto crafting. But yeah, so that is kind of what I am doing there. Oh, I forgot to throw it. I was looking at automating travel anchors. We have pretty much all this stuff. But I just did my electrical steel. I need to do this. Oh, that's a bit of an annoying recipe. For sure. That is annoying because I don't have one of these yet. I mean, I could easily do that. I just don't have the extruder set up for that. Alright, I guess we'll throw it here. Is this all, I can have more input buses on this, right? I don't remember, actually. Did I think we had more casings than required. It has a minimum amount. I think we can add more. I don't remember, though. I would have to go back and look at how many I put in there. But, alright. So, let me continue doing this. I'm gonna continue crafting up stuff for the rocket. I'm gonna automate these. We pretty much have everything for this. The only annoying bit is definitely, like, I'm not gonna do that recipe. That's just... Well, you do save 2 red steel. Is saving 2 red steel worth trying to automate this? Like, I don't have an assembler with a 1 with that, so I don't know. I'll probably just... I mean, at this point, is red steel, like, really the bottleneck? Not really. Alright, well, let me continue going, and we'll see what we can do. Alright, quick update. I have gone ahead and I decided with all these ingot, the heavy-duty plates, the crafting them up is really annoying. I had them just being put into this chest, and I was doing it manually, but I was like, you know what? We're gonna change that. So what I have done is crafted up a fluid extractor, which was not difficult at all. I got a pump from... I had a pump. I don't remember when I crafted it up, but I had one. And we had some glass already. So that is relatively easy. So I've gone ahead and put down a fluid extractor and the assembly machine. So basically, these recipes... it's going to put in the chest, and then it splits out where I want it to go. So I have priority, and then the ingots that go in there. Fortunately, the advanced circuits, or the filters, I do not have a slice and splice yet, so I am stuck with the small ones. Yeah. Once I can get those, though, we are good. I can only fit 5 in here, so that might be something I have to invent. I haven't done any of those machines, right? Now I'm thinking, I'm like, wait, have I done any of those? No, I don't think I have in this mod pack. Also, I am going through a lot of IT&T, so I think we're good. We have 1,000 in the input bus, and we have 700 there. I think we're good for tier 3, but I'm definitely going to have to get this going again. I don't have we're not distilling heavy fuel, so it is not running at the moment. But yeah, I just figured I would do that. And then I can throw a couple recipes on there. But again, I only have room for 5, so I'm probably do cable and then maybe the logic processor, but the other ones I can't fit in there, which is kind of annoying. Unless I do another side, which I don't want to do. I'll just do the slice and splice, which, let me throw that over here. It's MV. I mean, it's not bad. I've automated this too, so why don't I actually just start doing that while I'm talking. Alright, so we got that. I got the heavy duty tier 2 plates, and it wants us to turn all this into the tier 3 ingots. So I have a recipe for it, but we need to do 38, yeah. I have to hold them in my hand before I do that, so let's not skip that. So in theory, that should put them in there. Is that right? Yeah, there we go. It is relatively slow, though, unfortunately, for the tier. Well, I could just do uses. As we can see, that's going to take a minute. 15 seconds each at IV, so they're not even overclocked. Each tier is you have to go up. So tier 4, I'm assuming, is probably LUV. Oh, tier 4 is the assembly line. That's right. These have changed. I remember I didn't have to do these when I did them in the first season. This wasn't. These recipes changed. So, oh, also, ugh, I remember those compressed ice. Like, really? You have to do... Why do you have to split them up like that? Why can't you just have 6 in 1? You gotta make it even more complicated than it already is. Because you have to have these in each slot. I can't do this and then 6 in 1. It won't work. It has to be 3 and 3. But as we know, splitting up the exact same item is a bit of a pain on the assembly line. But we're far, far away from that. Alright, let me finish this. That will get that, and then I will continue on. Okay, so I have just been automating literally every little piece of thing that we're going to need. Because it is going to help in the future. I know in the first season I waited, I don't even know. I think it was like tier 5 before I started like really automating all this stuff, and I totally regretted it. So this season I am literally automating every little possible thing on the way. I have a few meteoric iron left, as we just saw. I think I may need to go get some more, unfortunately. Yep, I only have 1 left. And some of this stuff like requires 2. Like this one, is this double or this might be a triple? Yeah, that's a triple just for 1 of these, and then something, I can't remember which, I think it was a booster. Yeah, that required that. So I am almost out of that, unfortunately. Which is why I did not want to melt down the rocket to make this stuff in the first place. Because I wasn't sure if I had every little thing I had. So I'm going to have to go up and do that, which is fine because I need to go move the miner anyway. And I'm gonna have to deal with all this. I've been avoiding that because I know. But yeah, so I've gotten all that. So now the next part is these rockets, and there's a lot of just kind of annoying parts of this. These canisters, these compressed alloy, which is, you know, other compressed stuff, and then I wish there was a assembler recipe for this. Anytime there's tools involved, I wish there was an assembler recipe. That's just in my opinion. But I think I got everything for that. So we'll do this. Also, this activity detector, I set that up to do the 2 lead and redstone torch, aluminum plates, in there, so that should work. So hopefully I can hear the implosion compressor going off, so hopefully all this stuff works. It is fun when everything just kind of does work. Also, I ended up switching, I added the oxygen, so this is permanently getting oxygen, and did a recipe for wrought iron, and I switched the steel recipe. I was doing iron dust, and if I could spell, yeah, I was doing iron dust and I was doing this one, not coal dust. Carbon dust and iron dust. I've switched it to iron and wrought iron and carbon. It's a bit faster, and plus the wrought iron won't get... I don't know, like the iron and the carbon, I wasn't sure if there was other recipes going to be conflicting with iron in there, so I switched that. And man, that noise is like traumatic. Every time I hear it, I'm like, oh god, what's exploding? So it sounds like everything seems to be going okay. Yep, there it goes. Compress, compress, compress. There it goes. I think that's another compress recipe. Unfortunately, when it switches recipes, it takes a second to register the next. Like if you put multiple recipes in there, it'll do the one. It'll do like all the bronze, stop, and then it'll do all the coal, then it'll stop and do all the aluminum. So I wish it could be a little bit faster, but alright. So there is there. And that one is a pretty easy recipe. So there we go. There is the one for that. Does this only require one rocket? Oh, it does. So I got rocket fins. I got the rocket engine. Ah, dang. I do need 2 more boosters. I use the boosters for that. But it needs the actual recipe requires 2 boosters. No! Alright, so I do have to 100% go get more meteoric iron. 10 ingots. Holy cow. If I ran out of... I really need to 100% do all this stuff. I'm pretty sure I have cassiterite somewhere. There's some. There's some. There's some. There's some. So I will, I'll deal with that, because... yeah, that's a bit of a pain. I didn't realize I was running so low on tin. Alright, so there is that one. Next, a new lander. Compressed dash. There is just so many different recipes. It is crazy. Yep, I don't have a recipe for that yet. But now that we have the multi-block, I can finally automate all these triple ones, which is super nice. So basically, I'm just, like I said, I'm automating every little possible thing I can just to make our life better in the future. There we go. That one's coal dash. And then we'll just keep adding to it as needed as we move up. Alright, just a quick update. I am automating every little single thing for the rocket parts just to make my life easier, and boy is it taking me forever. Like, these require this, and then the nose cone requires that, and then the inverted, and then all these need to be automated. This needs a thing of 8, which I don't have in a mixer, so I just did the less efficient, but yeah, as we can see, this is, and then these things all require stuff I didn't have, and oh my goodness, this is taking forever. I'm working on the lander part, so that should be crafting up. But yeah, boy, this is... hopefully we don't run out of industrial TNT. I think we'll be okay. We have like 1,000 in the thing. But we'll definitely need to get that sorted out for the next one. But yeah, everything seems to be working. Also, I totally forgot that we can complete quests, and they give heavy plates. So I actually lucked out with this one. This one gives 8 compressed meteoric iron, which is like 24 ingots. So I lucked out with that one. I haven't gone to Mars yet. I'm gonna have to, but luckily with the quest rewards I haven't yet. So I think we'll be okay. You know, and that one gives tungsten steel, which isn't that big, but this one also gives compressed meteoric iron, so I'm kind of just choosing that every time. But thankfully it'll get easier once we get up there. But yeah, I'm working on this right now. I'm working on the lander tier 2 is what I'm working on. And then this is annoying. It's just all this stuff is a pain. Like polyethylene rods, I don't have that. I've never used that ever. So now I have to do a recipe for this. Oh, and then it... oh, I can't actually do it with the bars. I was like, oh, I need to pulverize the bar down to get that. Oh. Not that I'm not complaining. It's fun, but it is taking me a whole heck of a lot of time. Just doing all these parts over and over and over again. As we can see, there's just... I'm just filling up interfaces with things. Also, sometimes something funny happens. Like, what happened? Like, where did it go? It crafted up, but the quest didn't complete. This has happened a few times, and I don't know... I don't know what... Like, it's just stuck. It says it's put it in there. There's nothing in there. It's not in the pipe. I may throw another... I'm gonna throw another interface on here so we can... I'm gonna change this, I think, because something is, like, where did that go? 2 compressed coal and... Alright, so, like, compressed coal... 2. And I'm like, I don't want to, like, waste... There, it's in there. There's the other one. Alright, so why did that work? Why did it work when I manually did it, but it didn't when I did it? No, it wouldn't compress into something else. Would it? No, these are... They don't conflict. There's no other recipe for this in an implosion compressor, right? No. So, there. See, and I did it manually and it works fine. So, I don't know. There's something funny with that. So I'm going to replace this with a interface. So directly puts into it. I think maybe that? Something? I don't know. Something funny definitely with that. Alright, did that get us a lander though? Yes. Alright, cool. So we got a lander. And then we move on to the next bit. Now, this is all the stuff I have to automate. Why not have... Oh, I probably turned them all into... Yep, see, I've turned them into sheets. So now I'm like, well, now I need... I need ingots. So I'll just do 16 or something as ingots, because I don't need these for anything else. So I'm like, okay, I'll do a recipe, but then... It's like a waste of a pattern. I'm already going through like 30 of these. Anyway, I'll be back. Alright, just double checking to see how this is doing. It's just chugging along. Thermal centrifuging all the scheelite for all this tungsten that we are going to need. And I will... Oops. I need to throw that in the macerator, actually. I really do need to get this fully automated. I know I keep saying that, so I'm going to stop saying that. But it is coming. I want to get this all separate and have its own little area for that. Alright, so I've gone ahead and got the canisters, and then I need, finally, this rocket control computer, which is probably the most complicated, maybe? I don't know. I have gone everything. Unfortunately, this needs a clean room. And I don't have IV power in the clean room, so what we're going to do is just use a battery. I have this set to output into that. Also, I need to get stone lilies so I can get a healthy supply of aluminum ingots. I did just process a bunch. I should just throw it all in the... I'm just going to throw it all in the blast furnace for now. I keep forgetting to process it also. We have a decent amount, but I would like to get that automated with stone lilies. Alright, so that did put everything in there. I'm just going to cancel that because we don't need it. Alright, so there. And I need one more thing, don't I? Isn't there 5 things? Or 6 things? Heavy duty plate. There we go. Alright, so there's that. We'll just break this. I have a battery here. We got that from the loot bags that we opened, which was really nice. Alright, so I'm just going to throw this in here. Do that. Put this all in here, and then it thinks it needs soldering alloy, right? 1,000. Well, I'll just borrow it from here. Not what I meant to do. There we go. And then I'll put it back. Alright, cool. So that needs, I don't know, 4 million or something like that? 4 million EU. These hold 25 million. Thankfully, I didn't have to craft up another Lapatronic thing. Although I do want to expand the clusters, the energy orb. I do want to expand the battery thing. So I will probably crafting up 9 more of those. But alright, there we go. There is the rocket control computer. Ding. There we go. Let me just throw this back. Hit it with a screwdriver. Item output. Also, random thought, or random thing, this keyboard requires 104 buttons, but AE only puts 1 stack in the assembler. It only put the 1 stack in, it didn't put the both stacks. So I ended up I chucked it in here. So it goes into this chest and then piped in there. Because, yeah, it was weird. It only put the 1 stack in, it wouldn't put any more. Just a minor observation. Alright, so I think I could leave that battery in there, actually. Yeah. Again, I don't know which ones to take. I'm going to leave them now. But I think we can craft up the rocket now. So the, what is it? NASA, yeah, NASA workbench. We will take our tier 3 schematic that we finally got. And yeah, I'm going to put it right here. I don't need to keep this up. Next. Add new schematic. Unlock schematic. There is the tier 3. And I think I have everything for this. Lander, 2 small fuel canisters, medium, rocket, and then all this stuff. Which I think we can just do... No, wrong one. Yeah, we can just shift click everything in, which is pretty cool, to be honest. And that. Yes, there we go. Oh my goodness, we got the tier 3 rocket. Let me just double check. I'm like, all right. Before I crafted it up, I was like, wait, did I need to do something before I got credit for this? Because there's no going back once I craft this up. Lander. And there we go. Tier 3 rocket. Ta-da! Alright, that's pretty cool. Probably take the loot bag. 96 industrial TNT is... it's gonna be automated before we get to the next part, so I don't think that matters. Loot bag, yeah, loot bags are kind of fun. It definitely helped us out with some of them are the ender tanks and stuff are super helpful. So I'm just gonna break that down, throw it in there. We don't really need it up unless we are crafting a rocket, and it's gonna be a long time before we do the tier 4. So let me get rid of that. I have been automating stuff. Not fully. I went and had dinner, but I've been automating for so long, I totally forgot why I wanted this splice net. Why did I want to make this? Oh, and advanced filters. That's right. Maybe I should just do that really quick. Solarium is just a alloy smelter recipe, right? Oh, it's actually, I think it's not just soul sand and gold. There it is. Soul sand, gold powder, ashes. That's a bit of a pain, but yeah. Unfortunately, we do need, before I can do fun stuff with the rocket, we need to get the Exxon Mobil chemical plant. Now, there is we have got everything for this, I think. How do we make these circuits? Oh, it's NAND. Those NAND chips. I don't know if I have a recipe for that. They're easy to make. No, I don't think I've ever made those. At least I haven't automated them before. Yeah, where's the... We had like a book for it, didn't we? That tells you everything. I don't remember the name of the book. Manual. There it is. Alright, let me take a look at this, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're not going to have time to build the chemical plant, and I can't get going with the rocket fuel today anyway. But I figured I would at least get the controller built, so I have been doing that. Now, I did actually switch this Tambaga recipe. You can actually smelt it in a regular smelter, but if you do this, you can actually do it in the blast smelter, which is actually easier, to be honest, because this dust has a circuit of 12, which is really annoying. So, we got that, I think. I think that is everything for these integral casings. Yeah, I think that should be good. I still haven't sorted out. These are running on the same 4 batteries, so they can't run at the same time. I still haven't sorted that out. But I don't usually run the blast smelter. It's only for these very specific multi-blocks. I think I need I need to change that to make these. Ooh, I did forget to get silicon carbide, actually. I just realized that. Is that where it goes? Or... was close. Alright, so there's the 20. There's the parts for it. I need silicon carbide. I totally forgot to get that. And also, what is that, 9 steel? I think I need 9 steel for that. Alright, 1152. That's 9, right? Now I'm like doubting myself. 1152 is... oh, shoot. It's 8, not 9. Whoops. Oh well. I'll turn the last one back into an ingot. Alright, yeah, let me get this silicon carbide. I totally forgot to get this part of it. Again, very annoying recipe. We need... okay, so how many do we need 6, and that's 4. So I need 24. And then the recipe makes 2. So I need to do 12. I need to do this 12 times. So 12 silicon, 12 carbon. I don't think I'm going to do a... I don't think I'm going to do a recipe for this. Again, because I don't do these recipes. I'll do this recipe like 1 time. I'm never going to do this recipe ever again. So it just feels so pointless making recipes, using patterns for something I'm never ever going to do again. I mean, who knows? Maybe we will use silicon carbon again, but... how did I end up with that in there? Oh, when I was turning, that's right. I was turning them into plates. Or ingots, I can't remember which. Alright, we got our silicon carbide. And what do we need for this anyway? Alright, we can just throw it in. Disassembler. That. Alright, that isn't too terrible. Alright, so we'll throw that in there. Change this to 19 really quick, and we should be good for this new multi-block. 19? Yeah. Alright, we did that. What was it? The integral. Yeah, alright. So I got that. Got my inventory. Stressing me out. Alright, that. Well, and... there we go. Alright, cool. Let me turn this back into an ingot really quick. And... I think we're good. think that is the controller. All right, cool. So there is the controller. I will look at what goes into this. The quest does say it needs to be tier 3, so we'll need stainless steel and HV machine casing, so that we don't technically need tungsten steel casings. I thought we were going to need tungsten steel casings, but it doesn't look like we will. But all right, next episode we'll get that set up, and I think oh no, I need to get a whole bunch of tungsten and titanium foil for the new thermal set. So I have been processing lots and lots of this stuff for getting tungsten, so we should be good there too as well. But anyway, that's gonna be for today, so thanks for watching and have a good one.